All right. Hello, anyone out there? We haven't done one of these in a while,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
got a bunch of newer viewers out there. So I had a. Let's take a step back.
Yeah.
Before I started doing this stuff, I used to make signs. They used to be up here.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and then I sold some of those ones, and then I just took off the Adventureland one because I'm going to move that to the other wall. Um, but yeah, I make a few signs, and I'm going to show my Etsy shop right now. I used to I had another channel called Interactive Realm, so that's what this is. Um, and eventually, all this will move to the Signs of Amusement merch shop that we're working on, but not quite
Oh,
ready
cool.
yet.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But I do have some signs here, obviously mostly Disney related, and you know, I've stepped back quite a bit from what I used to make, but this stuff
Uh,
is all laser cut.
quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did that, left the laser stuff so I can still do my J job and have the laser running and cutting stuff while I'm working. Just makes it a little easier.
Yep.
Oh, look, you can see three people have the Small World sign in their cart.
Oh, nice. Is
So,
that the that's the one that's pre-made already, right? Not a
no,
build.
no, that's the one I build.
Oh, okay.
These are the mini
Wow.
ones here.
Okay. Yeah, those are the ones I have, the little mini
Yeah.
ones.
Um, so I still get orders from time to time. Quite
Not like it was.
not quite as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But that's totally fine. It's kind of just like a side thing now. But
Yeah.
during COVID, it was my full time. Um,
I have to put my signs on
yeah,
when we get the signs of
we get the other
amusement
one going. Yeah.
going. Yeah.
But right now, I actually have an order for this one too, but that takes more time to paint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so like some of these things, especially these two, I probably couldn't build on camera. I had
Right,
done this one
right.
before because I pre-painted it, but you're kind of missing the
Yeah.
point of building that one.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
It I
I
just remember the painting of the replica of the entrance sign was like as tedious work.
It's tedious, and it's
Yeah,
tedious to get the little inserts inside all the little letters and stuff.
yeah. So paying 40, what was it, 49?
The
That
49 is for the build kit,
yeah,
which means
yeah,
whoever buys it builds it and paints it everything
yeah,
themselves.
yep.
Um, so the same thing as actually, do I have a build kit of this? No, I think I don't. And that's because I have to laser engrave the name. Um,
Oh, right, right.
so right now I have again an order for this, but we're gonna build the three country bear name plaques. I did used to sell these heads, which are not official, but they're pretty dang close for a stuffed version.
Yeah. Did
Um,
so let me ask you something with those stuffed are they stuffed animals?
yeah,
And then did you cut off?
no, you buy them like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was about to show. So I actually have. I haven't checked these out in a while, but there's the actual link to the heads on Amazon.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a full stuffed animal
No, no, they're
uh,
they're actually made.
mount for mounting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's other things, not just these. So it has no relation to Disney.
Right,
It's
right.
just
It's
like
just it
someone
just
who wants
happened.
to collect but not put the real heads on.
Yeah.
And for the size of them, they're about this big. And
Right.
so the nameplates, which I will be showing, I mean, when you have the head there, you can see on the photo, it's about the right size as if the real one was on it.
Oh, cool. So the scaling is
The scaling is
pretty
pretty
accurate.
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So we, I have the option. You can buy one by itself or all three of them. So the 34 is for one, and then you can buy all three, or you can do a custom.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
pretty good.
cheap for what it is, and plus that's
Yeah.
free shipping. So
Right, right.
But yeah, we can do a custom. I found the font online. That's what the real one looks like.
Oh, okay.
It's
That
a basic Western font, really.
yeah.
But yeah, so I can do like a custom thing. I think it's like up to 8 letters or something. Probably fit 9.
Oh, that you can fit in that space. How
You,
big is that space, by the way?
um, it's a good question. Let me measure really fast.
So 8 characters in that Western
Yeah,
font.
that's about 5 1/4.
Oh, okay. So that's good. Still a good size.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
decent. Um, so the
And
original,
do you keep it at that? Like if let's say like my middle name Alexander, all right, it's was way too long. Can you scale the font size to be smaller to
yeah,
fit my
I
name?
can, and I would if somebody actually wanted that.
Yeah.
But then you're messing with
Eh,
the scale of
right, right,
how
right,
that
right.
is, which
Yeah.
I try to do as close as possible.
I see. Yeah, because
Um,
you actually wanted to get as close as
yeah,
realistic as well,
and I mean,
realistic, but you know what I
right.
mean.
So I'm taking liberties because of the design and because it's a laser and because I want it to be different, so it's not exact. You know.
Right, right.
So their thing has little cut-ins on the frame.
On the frame, yeah.
And the frame is also, you know, mine is flat because it's laser. It's a 1/8.
Right, right.
The real frame is probably 3/4. You
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
again, taking liberties. So, but the order I have is for all three. I don't know if we should build all three. I mean, it's not going to take
Yeah.
that much, but as you can see, um, there is tape over this, you know, so that's where the burn marks are. So once we
Yeah,
peel
it's
that off, that won't be there.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Because so with explaining about the laser, you always tape up your wood
yeah,
um
because of this stuff,
because of that. Yeah,
and that's
and so,
because as it burns, there's a fan blowing,
yes,
and
blown.
the
Yeah,
smoke is like all around it, and it kind of puts that coloring on there.
right, right. And that's why
Um,
you put the tape
yeah,
on there.
and you can see there's like holes for that leather strapping, and these holes didn't come through, so I have to punch those through. Which
Okay.
just sometimes the laser is not clean, like this the laser head, because it's a
Yeah,
laser. It has mirrors and it has lenses and stuff.
yeah.
It won't cut all the way through sometimes. So
So it remind me again. You have the
the
Glowforge.
glow forge is the basic glow forge,
Okay.
which is it's a 45-watt laser.
Oh wow.
But
Okay.
it's a tube laser, so it's a lot more powerful than say a 60-watt diode laser.
Yeah, yeah. So my friend Rory has the CO2 boss laser.
Yeah.
So that he can cut
This
through.
this tube is a CO2.
It's also CO2,
Yeah,
right?
that's what
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
Um, but the diode lasers,
That's the one I have. And mine's only 10 watt.
yeah,
So
and
I could cut through 5 mil, but that's about this.
yeah, and that's probably 1/8.
Yeah. I can do it says I can do 1/4, but that is gonna take a few passes to
Maybe,
do.
yeah. I can do up to. I think
A
it's just
half.
over. Um, no, I think it's just over a quarter.
Oh, okay.
But if you go around a couple of times, you can get a little deeper. But at some point, it kind of just starts burning. It
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
like
yeah. It catches
anymore.
on fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I've tried.
but one of the main differences is acrylic, or
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
diode doesn't
Yeah,
like
I
the
can't.
clear acrylic.
Yeah.
You can't cut
Mm-mm.
that. It has to be something that's um, opaque, not transparent or
Right,
translucent or anything.
right.
And usually the darker colors cut better. But on these tube lasers, CO2, whatever, they can cut anything really. Not anything, but
Yeah, yeah. A lot
they'll
of
cut
stuff.
metal or
Yeah.
um, other stuff. But yeah. So anyway, if you're interested, anybody, in purchasing anything, I will add that up there in the corner. It's a
Cool.
link to the main page here.
Now, when when you have your signs shop open, you're going to still keep your Etsy open as well, or
I think so.
yeah,
Just for however long, but
yeah, because a lot of people still go
they're
there for
still
you
funny. I have
your stuff.
over
So
almost have 1,500 sales there.
yeah, yeah, you
Um,
don't want to get rid of that. So,
yeah, I mean, it's still a good idea, but um, I think it would be
slow
better for me to control everything myself.
and one, yeah, yeah,
Um, Etsy's timing gets ridiculous, and they try to punish you if you don't make things on time. And if you're not offering free shipping, you don't get the first search results. Like
wow,
it's kind of weird the way they're set up.
yeah,
But like stuff happens. You can't always make it on time. But like
right,
if
right,
you say you ship something and you don't ship it for like the next couple days because of life, they go like,
yeah.
"Hey, you're shipping to notice or whatever."
Is there
Like
and
it's not what it should be. If
yeah,
you continue this, we're going to punish you. And it's like,
the- wow,
screw you.
yeah, yeah. They get Etsy police going on
Yeah, I mean,
then.
they've warned me a few times, like if you're sick and whatever, stuff happens, or I didn't make it to the post office, whatever. I do the best I can,
Yeah,
But
of course. Yeah,
they've warned me a couple times and still has nothing has happened. But who knows?
yeah,
Anyway, but that's what it is. I just don't like that
yeah. Of course, you
mentality.
want to be able to control everything. So,
Yeah.
and
So
then you don't get dinged with profits as well. So,
right, and then they take a percentage. They take a percentage of the sale. They take a percentage of the shipping. They take a percentage of
well,
whatever ad thing that you have
if they want you to do free shipping, how are they going to get a percentage of shipping?
because they take a percentage of what it would have cost.
Ah, that's sneaky.
Yeah, it is. So yeah. Anyway, uh, because of that, you have to adjust your prices. Like it's
Right.
not really free shipping, people. No
Yeah.
matter what it says out there, and any site anywhere, it's not free shipping.
Yeah.
They're just paying for it, and you're adding that cost into the price of the item, and that's what I had to do. So
Yeah.
things like my router base, you were like, "Oh, it's $25," and I'm like, "No, that includes shipping, but use free shipping," but it's not. So
Right. 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 Yeah, that makes sense.
anyway, before we get started, though, I do want to talk about our subscribers.
Yeah.
So our subscribers are not our subscribers, but our subscriber count is kind of low. I don't know why, but we're on
Yeah.
a
So,
mission.
yeah, like you said,
Saying that
the
mission.
YouTube algorithm doesn't like us.
Yeah, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know why that's cut off. Anyway, so we're on a mission to get subscribers, and we want to try to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I don't know that's going to happen. I'm hoping that it does, but
Yeah.
the only way it's going to happen is with all of your help. So, in our show of appreciation for you guys helping, you guys subscribing and having your friends subscribe and your family subscribe and all that, I'm going to give away my life size rocket raccoon. It's like a life size rubber, or not rubber, vinyl replica. He's about 3 feet tall. Actually, have a little more info here. He used to be behind my desk here, and he will be again. Kind of just moving things around right now. So, but it is made by NECA, which is a pretty good company. They do action figures and other prop replicas and stuff.
They do a lot of the like busts and things too.
Yeah, yeah. They also like do the Ninja Turtle action figures, and I think even my replica Gremlin is from them.
Oh yeah.
So they do a lot of things. I can't remember what I actually paid for it back in 2014. But once all the Guardian movies started coming out, like, I mean, obviously this is from the Guardian movies, but when the
Yeah.
other ones come out, and then especially the last one, which was more about him,
About him. Yeah. Yep.
the price of those has kind of gone up quite a bit. So depending on, you know, where you want to buy it, but on eBay, these are the two price ranges I've seen them go for. So could go up to $2,200. So take that for what it's worth. It's worth
Yeah.
$2,200.
Yeah.
I do have the original shipping box. It didn't come in like in a regular box, but it has the regular shipping, and that is what I will ship it back in. So, and his tail comes off, which you can see there. So, like I said, he's
Yeah.
about 3 feet tall.
And the tail is
The tail
long,
is
too.
roughly 2 feet wide, and those are the only two parts that there is. So, in this area, I just did not have enough room to have his tail sticking back. So,
Right. Right.
Anyway, if you have to display him, you can display it without the tail. But yeah. So all you have to do is subscribe to this channel by the end of the year. And then that will give you one entry into our giveaway. And if you know our channel, Steve there has his own channel. We have other co-hosts that have their own channel. So if you subscribe to those channels, that'll give you one more entry each.
Nice.
So you have potential to have 5 entries.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all you got to do. Again, the deadline is the end of the year. If we happen to not make 1,000 subs, and I haven't actually told anyone this yet, not even Steve. I was going to say before, if we didn't make it, we weren't going to give anything away.
Right. Right.
Now I'm thinking just let me go
The
back.
tail.
Just I was thinking for each 100 mark, so make it the 600, 700, 800.
Right.
I will do another prize.
Oh, okay.
So like I'll start small, and then if we get to 700, it'll be a little slightly bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we get to 900, it'll be another prize. I don't know what they are yet, and I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll find it. Then,
but that's a really cool idea to do.
It's something to show that we got to a certain mark.
Yeah.
And then we're still giving something away.
Right.
So I'm going to add that to that page.
Oh, that's going to be fun for a lot of the people that.
Yeah, and I think that way they're like, oh, I don't get nothing. But no, I will give you somebody will win something.
Yeah.
Which I think is a better solution.
I like that idea. Yeah, because that's, I mean,
because we appreciate.
Exactly.
If you're going to help us, we
want to help. Yeah, of course.
So
yeah. And for those of you that don't know Jason, this is Jason in real life. That's how he is. So
I don't know what that means.
You always want to help everybody. So it's so cool to do that.
I like giving stuff away, like especially if I can, and not just to give away stuff, but just like to give away things like I made or things that like the pins that we do,
Well, yeah, but from what everybody subscribing or watching us or liking or whatever, this is just to say thank you for doing that. So
and the more people we have subscribed, the more giveaways we can do, right? It only makes sense.
Yep.
Especially if you get monetized, then I do more.
Yeah, because right now, for those you don't know, like for our trivia game and everything's coming out of Jason's pocket, and some of the stuff is mine, but it's not
most of the time I go out and find stuff.
Jason. He goes out, he finds stuff, he purchases it with his own money. So
my own money.
It's shipping with his own money. So hopefully once we get monetized, then we can use that money to even spread more fun.
We're not
for everybody.
Not trying to live off this channel.
Yeah.
Our day job. But any money that we usually have extra, or if we make money off this channel, we'll probably go right back.
Into well, that's how you invest in something. So
But all right, I think that's enough chit chat.
Chit chat. Let's go on with the build.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this. So, because we
Um,
haven't done one of these in so long, so
yeah, it's
this is a lot of fun.
been probably a year or more.
Has it been?
Maybe.
Wow.
Could be even longer.
Yeah, I think you're right because I don't Zach and hey,
Hello.
Fire
You're
Nations
about to do it.
Animations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Please stick around.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught everything, but so we're gonna do a build of one of my signs, which is Country Bear sign. So
Yep.
we're about to get started on that.
This is from Country Bear in Disneyland or
In Disneyland.
Disneyland. Okay.
So this actually is not the Country Bears, but it's the 3 busts that hang on the not even busts, they're the heads that are mounted to the wall.
That you could still see at Winnie the Pooh's, right? If you turn around, I believe it was after the first door that on the exit.
On the exit, yeah.
Yeah.
The last door before you exit.
Is it the last door? I don't remember now. I just know that if you turn around, you'll see those 3 busts hanging on the wall.
Yeah, I think it's where he's got the balloons and he's like saying
maybe, yeah.
Whatever it is, I can't remember. But anyway, it's the Max, Melvin, and Buff, the buffalo, deer, and what is the other one? Buffalo, deer,
moose,
and moose. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so we have 3 parts to each of these, and they will actually stack like that.
On.
Cool. Again, they still have the tape on it.
Yeah, yeah. That's why you see the discoloration.
Right. And then there is this is kind of like a vinyl. It's supposed to be like leather strapping, but
yeah, it kind of looks like old speaker wire.
Yeah, but I mean, it's well, I don't know if you can tell, but it is this like it's not actual wire, but it is just fake faux leather, whatever.
Right. That's kind of neat.
So that goes in the corners and it wraps around. So that's the last step. First step is to peel off all the tape and sand down whatever we have to. So that is where we're going to be right now.
All right.
So
when you purchase your the boards, the wood for the laser, is it already pre-taped or do you have to use put tape on it?
Sometimes it is, depending on where I buy it from.
Okay.
But this one I taped up.
Okay.
So one of those dots came off.
Oh.
It said sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't.
Yep.
So when I first started making these, you can see this is like a regular wood plywood.
Oh, right.
I would do a paint, like I would paint it white, and then have to come back to the laser and then burn it. So I had to retape it and all that.
Correct.
But then I found a white colored plywood.
Oh, no way.
So just makes it a little easier for me.
That's a lot easier. Wow.
But it's also like a cleaner operation,
So is that like a melamine on top or?
No, it has like a texture to it.
Okay.
It's just it's more like probably like a white veneer on top.
Oh, right. Huh.
But yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, that saves you a lot of time too.
Yeah, well, and also because of that, like we're here doing this, and I don't have to tape it or paint it.
Yeah.
That would take an extra step, and I probably wouldn't be here doing this.
Yeah.
Because like I said, if I have to paint it, then it takes.
Well, and then the thing with painting too, sometimes, but that I found out is like the bleed. It's like I hate that when everything's already set up and everything, and you cover everything, you start painting some things, and the paint just bleeds.
Right, and well, that is the other thing too is as I have to retape it and go back to the laser. Sometimes trying to get things lined up again might not be.
Oh, right.
Yep. So if I were to, come back here after the fact and
try to line it up,
line up exact.
Yeah.
Whereas now I can cut and engrave at the same time.
Yeah.
So everything's exactly where it should be.
Nice. So when you're cutting these, do you have like a little template that you use, or you just throw it on your I forgot what they call that. But anyway, so your camera goes in and does
Yeah.
all that
So
measuring, right?
I remade all the artwork.
Okay.
And then you push it out to a SVG file,
Mm-hmm.
which is all vector. Dot. No, no. Okay, screw you. And that is the foundation for anything really, laser or vinyl cutting or anything you're going to do on the computer that's motion controlled is usually
Right.
done with a vector file because it's math. It has the numbers built in.
Oh, right.
That's how it knows how the path is and all that because
Yeah,
it's already computerized. And
that's a good point.
because of that too is it's created by math or numbers and stuff. So it's not an actual like photo.
Yeah.
But that means you can scale it as big as you
Yeah,
want.
you can manipulate it, right?
Because
Yeah.
it's made
Yeah,
by
because
the computer.
like an image, when you scale an image, you lose.
Yeah, it'll get blurry.
Yeah, especially JPEGs. They're the worst.
Right. And that's where, AI scaling comes in because it tries to recreate the missing or blurry pixels. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's a good question. Fire Nations is asking to use G code for.
This doesn't require G code.
So
it probably does use G code in some
Yeah.
way, but this is on the Glowforge. They have their own.
This is a proprietary type.
G code is how they program the movements.
Yeah.
It's a math file. Like if on my plasma cutter that I use
that you want to give to me.
Yeah, no. I want to get made so I can do more stuff for me.
Yeah.
But that uses another software like VCarve or whatever.
Right.
That requires you to program the cuts and all that, and that turns out to be G code. Yeah. Again, this is the Glowforge, and Glowforge has its own software. So I program it in their software, and then I'm sure as it gets to the machine, it transforms it to
G code. Yeah.
Or maybe they have their own. I don't know. But it's all proprietary. So
because I remember my old laser, I had to use well, there's also G code, but I forgot what I forgot the name of it, but it was one of those freebie laser programs to use. But now with my X tool, I use the X tool program. I still want to get into, which I haven't yet, but my friends keeps telling me to get it, is the other one.
The other program? Or? Oh, is that your friend?
No, this is
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's showing me as Ashen. What is Fire Nations?
I don't know. He's gonna fix it though. What's up, Phil?
I never heard of the Fire Nations one.
I don't know. So, what was the other one that I forgot the other? What's the one that everybody uses for lasering? And shoot, I can't remember the stupid name. It's got a dragon.
Dragon.
The one that everybody uses and you pay for.
X2?
No, that's what I have. So it's Lightburn. There we go.
Oh, the software.
The software. No, the software. Light burn.
What the heck is Fire Nations? What is this kid doing?
I don't know.
Wow, I thought we had a real user.
Yeah. Good job, Phil.
Ooh, SVG. Like you don't know.
The one that's
$100.
150
Never
bucks.
known.
Yeah.
The one that
Yeah.
$100.
Because I think Phil has X Tool, so I'm sure he
the X-Tool has its own software, just like Forge.
It's similar to it's similar to what do you call it? Lightburn, but it's not as complex. It's kind of like GIMP and Photoshop. So
yeah, my new laser, and I think Phil, your fiber laser, right, uses VCarb, or does it have its own? I can't remember, but my laser, the new one, is going to use VCarb.
Oh, cool.
So you can see, even though I had the tape, sometimes it picks up, and that smoke gets in there too. So I'm gonna have to sand that down.
Yeah. He says Ashton has 3 channels.
I thought I saw him before. I don't recognize the Fire Nations. I know you had like Mr. Pretzel and all that.
Yeah. Oh, which wood is this?
This is the.
It's like mahogany or something.
I use it kind of for that coloring, or like walnut, but it's sepia.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sepia
I never know how to say that word.
I keep saying sepia, but that's like the old Western color, like on like coloring, sepia tone. Yeah. But it's sepia.
Yeah, that's that yellowing.
Yeah, or like kind of tannish color.
Yeah.
So you can see here.
Oh yeah, from the
it didn't cut all the way through, and then I had to snap it off a little bit.
Yep.
So I'll sand those edges.
So on mine, when I found out on when I'm cutting like 5 mil, and it doesn't cut all the way through sometimes, even though like 90% of the thing cut all the way through, and only like 10% or even less than 10% is not cut through. And then I pushed down on the board, and I could feel like a tiny bit of a warp in the board. Oh, yeah. And then that's the part that doesn't cut, is where it was warped.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of like those dots right now.
Yeah. Oh wow! You can barely see it. Yeah,
but it's not cut all the way through.
Yeah.
And again, that's because I didn't clean the laser, so I can poke it, because there's
it's got enough.
Can see it on the backside, it's just like not even like a millimeter.
So because what happens with me, I'll push through it, and then on the backside it tears.
And it might happen if it's not cut out, just like this one's not as much.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh yeah. See, like that. That's exactly
actually both of these tore.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it on this one, because first off, something's going to go through the hole.
Yeah.
But these are going to get covered up anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not going to.
There, he fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Let's just show him on there. Okay, I fixed it.
Yeah. So that's my brother, everybody.
Yeah. So Phil has the X-Tool S1.
I believe so. I can't remember. He had another one before that, so I can't.
Yeah, I remember he had the one similar to mine, the DS Pro or. Yeah.
I'm sure he'll probably say in a second.
Yeah. And then Phil, does yours have the what do you call it? The tray that you can feed in and out, so you can make longer the pass through.
I think the new one has that.
Okay. So you can make longer what do you call it? Boards and.
Yeah, because
and it feeds through the laser itself.
I had a it was like 3-foot acrylic panels, black ones. 3 by 3 feet by 12 inches that we use to cut out a circle, and those are now in my windows. And I have the dust collection, or not dust collection, like exhaust hose, which is like a dryer hose that goes
Yeah.
through that hole.
Yeah.
So the exhaust goes out the window.
Okay.
So I have these 3
Nice.
feet by 12-inch acrylic
Yeah, little
panels
panels.
on the window, and then the window goes down on top.
Oh,
of
right.
So
And you're able to cut those on.
we were, even though they were acrylic, we used they were black, so his was still
It's
able
fine.
to cut it.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the S1. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm
D1
using,
Pro. That's the same one I got.
Oh, okay.
I have the extension, so mine can do like almost 3 feet. Cuts and stuff.
I just show my tools. So this is just like a little putty knife, which I put tape on because it's pretty sharp. Like it's really thin.
Oh,
which helps. Like I can get.
To get underneath. That's your little tape remover thing, right? That you always use.
Well, this is what I'm using to peel it off.
Yeah.
But even sometimes if I glue something, I can push this under and kind of pry it open.
Oh, right.
And then I use a little pick sometimes, which is what I use to punch those.
Yeah.
But both of these, this is actually like a weeding tool for the vinyl cutter. When you
you're popping all the the A and the O.
Exactly. So I would use it on here, but this can scratch.
Oh,
so this I can get on the edge and do it, so it works a little better.
That's smart. Yeah. So you don't dig a hole into your work.
Yeah. And then we have for these little burn marks.
I love those sanding block things.
Yeah. This one is a little fine.
Yeah.
I have another one that's rougher, but for this, we don't need anything rough. So
did you get the kit? Because I got the kit, and you have red, black, green, yellow, and blue.
I just bought 2 of them separately. They're both blue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the bands are all the same size. It's just
actually my other one is smaller.
Oh, okay.
And thinner.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, mine. I think mine is the larger one, and I got it in a set. So the red, I can't remember. It's all the different grits. So you had the black that's like the highest,
right?
Like the 120 or 200 or whatever.
And you can buy these in the other colors.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, these things push together, so you can.
Yep, and then you can pop those off, and then once one part of that sanding pad gets worn, you just push with your thumb, and you can move you can move it up like a belt.
Yeah, or you can just
a belt. Yeah, there you go. That's what I meant. Yeah, so you just move it up like a belt.
Yeah, and I keep doing that, and some places you can kind of, you can clean
it. Yeah.
So yeah, in this case, we just lightly sand off the burn marks. See, that didn't take very long.
Nope.
And then again, we have these little things. So literally just boom, gone. Right.
Yeah.
And I usually do this anyway on these edges, so they're not.
Yeah. So they're not so sharp and rough. Yeah, because when the laser cuts through that, man, some of the stuff is like, it leaves little burrs.
So there's a little bit burn here, and go with the grain.
Yeah, don't go.
I mean, it's a fine sandpaper, but I still will try to go with the grain. And at least on the front side.
Woodcraft sells those little sticks.
Yeah, or
Amazon does too.
Yeah, dang it.
Michael's?
No.
Hobby Lobby? Do they sell that?
You keep naming me stuff. No, the other woodworking place.
Oh, Rockler,
yeah.
Yeah.
Not just a place, but they're a manufacturer.
Yeah.
They have their own branded ones.
My brother.
These are Rockler, actually.
Are they?
I think I bought them there.
Yeah.
I bought these in Atlanta when I went to Workbench Con in 1 year.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, the closest rockler for us is in Seattle. So
Oh yeah,
I
we
got
have
I got
one
drive
out here
4 hours.
in Northern Phoenix. I don't go
That's
there as much, but the manager, or I can't remember if the manager or owner or whatever, he's in our woodworking group.
oh cool. Yeah, luckily Woodcraft is in Spokane, so that's like 30 minutes away or so.
And we also have the woodworker source. There's a couple of those out here.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with did you come up with this design? Did you look at how the originals were and kind of just like, hey, I can make that and oh, Phil says he got the little ones off of Amazon. Yeah.
But I think yours are just the sticks, right?
Oh,
Not
the ones
just,
that look like a nail file.
yeah.
Those little ones.
I
Yeah.
have some of those too, but these are
Yeah.
replaceable stuff.
I got my sister because my sister does all those little crafting things, and I got her the Q-tip kind
Yeah.
that has a sanding Q-tip head.
A sanding Q-tip head. So I have these for doing like painting stuff, where it has like a soft foam.
Oh wow, huh? Yeah,
Fact,
it's hers was the stiff. Um, it's a stiff stick.
oh, he says he has ones just like this.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. I don't know if we did a live build on one of these, but I remember I was painting one. But
Yeah, I don't think we did the live.
we might do one of these later. I got to spray paint it first, and then we can do the coloring with the rub and buff.
Okay.
But I use that sponge with that rub and buff.
Oh, okay. That's
We
cool.
might do one of these next week.
I'd like to. Yeah, let's do that because I like to see how you do that.
So there we goes this one, and
So Phil, how come you don't have a YouTube channel to do all this, or do you?
he did.
He did?
He was showing not how he made it, but he showed what he made.
I see it on his Instagram.
Yeah, he has a channel though. I think it's the same thing, right? Phil CNC, Philip Soul CNC, I think it is. And I don't know if that's why, because he's not really doing CNC as much. I mean, technically, the laser is still a CNC.
Yeah,
In the sense of what a CNC is.
in a way.
It's just these computer controlled whatever. So I have to move this. I'm also not trying to sand too hard.
Yeah,
because these lines are not very big right
you
there.
don't want to mess up the wood.
Well, so when I first made these, they were 2 parts, or well, 4 parts. That the two and then the top would be on top of them. Mm-hmm. So they would have been two things together. But this literally looks exactly the same, So I just put the lines on there. Okay.
Oh, he says he does. He does mostly shorts. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hard. Yep.
Do we have his thing on there? We used to have his thing on there. I don't see it anymore. I was gonna throw a link on there, but anyway, he says our chat is delayed like a minute and a half, which is unusual.
Oh wow.
Usually it's like 15 seconds or so.
Yeah.
But all right, well, whatever. I think that's all the sanding. For the most part, these things were pretty good. So, all right, let me get a paper towel really fast. All right, so these line up, exactly. You can see the holes line up.
Yeah. Nice.
So this top one will get covered, but
Oh,
what that
right,
does
right,
is it
right.
gives you a place to hang it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can see the other ones are still kind of showing in the corners, just for the vinyl
For
thing
the
to get
vinyl,
through.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, you asked and I never answered. Um, the design.
Yeah.
I will take a photo of the real one and then just kind of trace on top of them.
Oh, okay.
And this one's pretty simple, but
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna just trace the font, but then I ended up finding the real
Finding
font.
the actual font. Yeah.
Um, and that, like I said, that allows me to then make custom names if you want on there. Which I've
Exactly.
had a couple orders. I have custom names.
Yeah, I remember it was for someone's birthday or something, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah,
And what kind of glue is that? That's the CA glue that you use, correct?
yeah. This is probably a bit of an overkill.
Yeah.
Um, usually a couple dots should do it, but
Oh, you don't want it to go anywhere.
I wanted to see how it moved. At least with these, I can sit there and hold it.
So, and what program do you use to do all your design work and stuff? Is it Photoshop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, I will start with Photoshop and do like a clean version. If it's a more like graphical,
Yeah. Yeah.
thing,
Right.
like
They use
a Jungle Cruise
Illustrator.
Sign or the Pirates,
Hmm.
um, and then I'll do like a higher DPI image, and then I'll import it into the program that came with my vinyl cutter,
Oh, okay.
which is made for doing SVG graphics. So it's a lot like a very dumb version of Illustrator,
Illustrator. Yeah.
but it's a lot easier to use.
Right.
And
Right.
though I do know Illustrator, I'm not as like comfortable in that.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like I am in Photoshop. You would
Yeah.
think they'd be the same, but they're
No,
completely
no,
different.
no. They're different. Yeah.
Um,
Because we
so
used Illustrator for like ads, like making like advertising things and stuff,
yeah,
for magazines and things like that. Well, Photoshop is more imagery stuff, I guess you
yeah,
call it.
it's more pixel based, whereas Illustrator is vector based,
Vector, yeah.
which is what SVGs are.
Yep.
In fact, that's what it stands for: is simplified vector graphic,
Graphic.
something like that. There's like a line going through this.
This might be the wood.
Maybe definitely wasn't from me. Just a mark on
Yeah,
it.
I think it's from the wood. because when you tilt it,
Yeah,
yeah,
you can
see,
kind of see right there.
yeah, that's from the wood.
Yeah, it's fine unless the light hits it, but that kind of stuff bugs me.
Yeah, oh, I know.
But
So I made that wishing well for my neighbor, or
yeah,
they bought it, and there's little things that are, I painted it for him, and now it got kind of, uh, I need to touch things up because he's like, oh no, it looks all right. I'm like, no, it's not. Every time I come over to the house, I'm gonna keep looking at
yeah,
that.
right. Right. Most people are like, no, it's fine. You're like, no, it bothers me.
It bothers me exactly. Yeah, it's cool. I love it when everything just lines up when it's supposed to.
Yeah,
Buff.
and I have this too. That
The accelerator.
yeah, which I'll use when we do the strapping, but for this, not really.
Yeah, no. So let me ask you this: have you ever had an issue with some of the accelerators discoloring
Not
different woods or anything?
not really. Um,
That's good.
so I think
That's because that's the one thing I'm always afraid of with using the accelerator is, yeah, I know it's like some sort of alcohol based stuff.
well, yeah, and I've even seen some people use the what do you call it? The air dusters, like the spray cans,
Yeah.
because it's like a colder thing. Sometimes that will
Oh,
even
right.
help
Right.
cure.
Oh, I never even thought of that. Yeah,
Um,
especially if you hold it upside down.
yeah,
You get the freeze.
but yeah, it may discolor it at first, like you can see,
Yeah, yeah. And
but
then it just dries up and
it'll dry
yeah,
up
yeah.
right before your eyes.
Yeah. It's magic.
Oh, that one shifted a bit. Damn it! See that?
Oh yeah.
How did that
Yeah.
happen?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
So how are you
I
gonna
gotta fix
fix
that
that?
right now.
Okay. Before it completely dries, or is it too late already?
It might be all right.
Ooh. Yeah, we got it. You got it.
Yeah, it was already dry. Let me just sand some of this part. I don't know how that moved on me. That was weird.
Yeah. Nah, I think it was my fault. I had you spray that stuff on
No,
there.
I don't think that was. It moved when I put it down. I think. Oh, those parts weren't dry. Now it's on here. No, I do want to spray it.
Yeah.
Let's try. Just smooth out some of the glue.
Yeah. So it's not so bumpy
Yeah.
when you put it back on.
Yeah. Let's try that again. Yeah, sometimes you can do this too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's what I was asking. So, when you're cutting these, if you had like a little template thing, so
Oh, template for that. I thought you meant like
yeah,
graphic template.
no, to hold it in place. So, because on mine, I don't have a camera on mine, so
Yeah.
I have to really be precise with lining things up. So I have a square that I use to get everything straight, and then I make sure that, well, of course, my laser has to be at that, square. And then I run it to see if it actually, when you do the trace
Yeah.
and
See, the Glowforge doesn't have a trace. It's
okay,
just camera based, and
yeah,
I wish it did because there's a lot of times I'll use like a power of one
yeah.
and put the tape over it, and
Oh,
I
right.
see where
Just
the line is.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah,
but because it's even though actually the X tool is camera based, in a way. Well, the new one is anyway.
yeah. Well, mine has a thing for a camera, but I don't have a camera in mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is a thing for the camera
I can't. I don't think Phil's has a camera either.
on the S
But it
one.
knows where it is based on where you set the head.
Oh, right.
I don't set
Yeah,
my head. I just look at it
yeah.
in the camera.
So setting the head is like with light burn. It remembers where you set the
Yeah,
zero
and
zero.
then like on the X tool software, like where you set it,
Yeah.
it has the dot or whatever, and then once you frame it, then it knows where your stuff is. And
Yeah. Yeah.
whereas mine, the camera
Yeah.
hopefully,
It doesn't fit.
but like I said, like it's because it's the camera and it's shining in the middle, so
Yeah.
things over here could be off a little bit,
Oh, right.
you know.
Right.
So
Right.
they have fixed it, but still, like if I'm at the edge of the wood here and I go like this, it might
Move it
like the
over.
graphic will be over there. So I got to
Yeah.
make sure I do this.
Oh, right.
So and then it might go to the edge.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
sometimes it's like a quarter of an inch off, which
Oh,
is
wow.
very frustrating.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's the
Yeah.
number one complaint for Glowforge.
Wow.
Um, but they gotten a lot better, so I'll give them that.
Yeah. I just wish. Yeah. So I wish mine had like a coordinate thing. So that's why I make for instance, like this, to keep everything square, I would save the cutout piece, and then I'd lay it on the table and lay each piece inside that cutout piece to keep everything square.
Right.
Yeah, but that's like if I'm doing coasters, for instance, I can only do like one at a time because I can't lay them all out like you, where you can like lay 4, 5, 6 all out, and it doesn't even have to be straight, and then it'll just, yours at least reads it right, and it can laser right on the each
Yeah.
each coaster. Yeah, mine, I can't do that. It because well, first, number one, I don't have a camera. Number two, I need to line everything up, and I usually can only do like one, because once it does one, it goes off, and then the second one is off centered. So
The Glowforge is the same way. So if I'm doing more than one, I will have more than one graphic.
yeah,
As long as
yeah,
those graphics are lined, then
yeah,
that will still be the same. But if
yeah.
if I like, let's say I cut both of these out, let's say this, and
Hmm.
then I'm like, oh, I could have room to fit that next one in there.
Yeah.
Depending on that space, it may go off again,
Oh,
and
right,
not
right.
fit exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of scrap pieces of wood that I have because I was like, I can't trust that, or I did trust it and it cut off.
Yeah.
So it's just easier to like get a whole new piece of wood.
Right.
But I
Right.
will tend to line up a bunch of things at one time if I can. Like I cut all three of these at the same time. And obviously I didn't sand this part, but you're not going to see it.
No.
So
And I think it's probably maybe a little bit better that it's not sanded, because it has more like friction
yeah,
grip.
it shows how things are made. And
Yeah.
so again, I can't really stand it up because of the edges, but as long as I can feel it.
So I was telling Shaz how I'm so amazed on how delicate stuff you can handle with, with your big hands, and I can't. Every time I try, like when if
So,
I were to do like what you're doing, and when you pop those two pieces off from each other when they're already glued, I would have broke
oh,
everything.
I've done it for sure. It depends on how, um, how it was glued and all that. But that's why I like this because
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
almost razor thin.
Yep.
In fact, I mean, I've cut myself on this. That's why I have the tape. In fact, I had more tape on there, but I kind of
Oh, took it off.
took it off because it was
Yeah.
wearing off. In fact, I want to make my own tool that has this, but it then has like a padded side.
Oh, right.
But
So it
like
doesn't scuff up.
it's weird because the way this is shaped, like it
Hmm.
fits in your finger here,
Yeah.
like the
So
way I hold it.
you can use it like this.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it's like I want that bend in it, but I want
Yeah.
a piece of padding like right here on
For
both
your
sides.
thumb. Yeah.
Yeah, or I do it this way too, which still fits in my finger.
Right. Right.
So I don't. If
You have
anybody's
to
out there who wants to
design
make a
one.
tool,
Yeah.
mhm,
Phil.
yeah. But like I want this on one side, and then I want that pick on the other. You
Yeah,
know?
that'd be. Yeah, the only thing with that is I'm afraid with, especially with me, is I'll be working on one end and then I flip it over just to like put it aside and I nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if it's this big,
Right.
might
Right.
even a little smaller. But like if it's just pick like right here, like
Yeah.
you're not gonna hit anything.
I'll probably nick myself.
Well, we'll make a one-sided version for you. But for me, that's what I want because those are
Yeah.
the two tools I use like 90% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I usually put these two fingers down. So I
Yeah. And you
feel
can
the edges.
feel.
So right now I'm like doing all four edges,
Yeah.
and this is actually better than just doing these two
Right.
because it's
Right.
another layer. Like it's thicker.
Thick.
I
Yeah.
can feel it
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I really don't have to stand this one up, but I do need to put pressure because
Yeah.
of warped wood or whatever. So just hold it down for 10 seconds, and usually the glue is pretty dry.
So when you get your wood, do you actually like look at it and inspect it before put it in your machine to cut?
Yeah,
Make sure it's
sometimes it
not.
gets warped.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Glowforge, the base is magnetic, or it's metal.
Yeah.
I have magnets. In fact, I have a couple
Yeah.
that I glued that are like offset, so I
Right.
can
Right.
stick it down, and one side will go
Oh, it
over.
has like a little lip.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not that strong, but there's
Yeah.
also like um, it's a
Yeah.
honeycomb pattern,
Yeah.
right?
The honeycomb, and you have those little that slide into each of the
Yeah,
honeycomb
they have some.
openings.
I actually don't have. I need to get some or cut some
Yeah.
out, but those seem to work better because they
Yeah.
don't slide up as much.
So my friend Rory, he gets a guy. He knows a guy that laser or not laser 3D prints those, so he orders them from
Yeah.
him. So I tried using they kind of like those push tabs from your automotive, those
Oh yeah,
stupid
yeah,
those stupid clips,
yeah.
right?
Actually, I have a whole kit of those.
Yeah. So I tried that. It just didn't work.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, I have a whole kit.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
because one of my honeycombs that I have is a smaller diameter honeycomb, and then the other one's a larger one.
oh yeah.
So yeah, I try to put it in either one of those, and it doesn't fit right. It just pops
Well,
back out.
some people just cut it out of acrylic. It's the same thing almost. As
Oh yeah,
3D printing.
I the one that I did like was when I had the little tiny starter laser that has a CNC head on there that you can
Oh
interchange.
yeah, yeah.
And that one came with these really cool little clamps. And what my brother did is he 3D printed like extensions for them. So they're like little plastic. They almost look like tongue depressors, but
Okay.
they're out of the plastic, right?
Right.
And then with a hole in it, so you can clamp it down with a nut and a bolt. and you just
Right.
tighten it up, and you push it
And
pushes your thing down.
that's like the X carve that you got from me. They have the little
Oh, it
um,
does.
every like inch or whatever it
Uh-huh.
has holes, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
screw those
yeah.
down.
The
Yeah,
like dog holes.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They have their own clamps for that.
Oh, they
It
do.
comes in
Okay.
there. I just ended up screwing down things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I still need to make a table
yeah,
for that.
well, I got to do that with the big one. Your tables are a lot nicer because I'm just like I just need to get done. I don't care.
Yeah,
What
yeah, yeah.
so Phil, when I brought him the X carve and he's like, I'm like, oh, here you go. All you can make your base. He's like, I'll make my own.
Yeah.
um,
Hey, in
oh,
fact,
that's fine. And I'm like, you got
I
extra wood.
already I already used part of the wood for
Yeah,
something
I was gonna say
else.
that's fine. That's fine. I had to get rid of it anyway. So anyway,
I can't wait to see your new stuff. So that's
yeah,
going to be really cool.
I put that through the hole, and then I usually glue
Do
this.
you- yeah, I was going to say, what you use the CA glue again for that?
Yeah, and this is where this comes in handy too. So I hold that down
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah,
just glue, and then this is where
the activator speeds things up for you.
yeah.
So the CA glue you use, is that like a crafting type one, or is it like for wood, or?
So this one came with the accelerator.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's AC fix,
Okay.
AK fix, 705, I guess. But sometimes I'll use Bob's or Starbond or whatever.
That's the one I have.
Yeah,
The Starbomb.
those are
Yeah.
what a lot of makers use.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I would
they're all
just
the
wasn't.
same.
What was that? Sorry.
They're all the same. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay. It doesn't matter.
This
Because I wasn't sure if there's like a special wood one or a metal one or
no, they're all the same.
plastic or.
There's different thicknesses. Like
Yeah, I saw
and
the gel. That looked really,
yeah,
really good to use because I saw people using like the little popsicle sticks or whatever to spread it around.
yeah. I like this set because it came in like it had like a holder too, like for a
Oh,
base
really?
mat, and it came together like that. I threw away the holders, but um,
Oh,
you buy them in a kit, and I think I got it off of Amazon.
yeah, the one I got, it came in a little plastic box,
Yeah,
like one of those the lid folds and
yeah. But see,
yeah.
I liked, even though I threw it away. I have two of them, but so you can store them together.
Right. Yeah, don't lose it. Yeah.
So anyway, this is how this goes. So now that we're coming through, we're just going to go around,
Loop.
and then I will glue it right here.
Oh, okay. So you don't
So,
glue it back where it
no, I
started.
mean I
Okay.
could, I guess, but to me,
It
it just
it
makes so
gets
much sense to do that.
yeah. Okay.
So all I have to do is just cut this a tiny bit shorter,
Okay.
right? And then I kind of will be like, okay,
So after you cut one, do you just measure it and cut again and cut
yeah.
again?
Well, usually I don't usually glue it down. I'll
Yeah.
usually just do this, but I can see right now 1, 2,
I
3,
can't see.
4. Oh,
It's too far down. Yeah, there you go.
well,
Yeah.
the line's gone, so
Yeah.
I got to point this around. So each one of these is an inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 4.5,
Yeah.
and then I can cut whatever extra. So that's
Right.
usually what I do.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't use like acetone or anything on that mat because.
Oh, I mean, I got plenty of these mats.
No, I'm just saying because that's
I
what
might-
happened to me.
I might actually sand down this, or
Yeah.
it's double sided. It's got like the white version on it.
Yeah, that's like mine. Yeah, it was just funny because I spilt something on there, and the acetone. I spilled the acetone on there, and I went and I wiped it, and then all the lines are gone.
Yeah. So hold that down again.
So how did you come up with this type of using that little leather thing and the way you strapped it? Were you looking at the original one?
Yeah,
And
the original one has strappings like that, obviously bigger, but this came after I did the Adventureland sign, and I
okay,
used the same thing for almost the same reason.
right,
It makes
right.
that thing. Although that one I can go back to the same place because of how it is. Um, but it's the same thing that I did. So
That's cool.
literally I came around and I was like, oh, I can just do that.
You can just stop right there. Yeah,
The first version, like I said, had a double layer,
yeah,
and
yeah,
so I was able to hide it
yeah. Like
along that line or
tuck it.
whatever.
Yeah.
But this line does the same thing. So
Okay.
now it does obviously create
Yeah, pops it out a
a
little bit,
little
right?
depth,
Yeah,
but I mean it's pretty flat. I mean, you
yeah.
can't see it is flat. So if it gets against the wall, it's not going to make the.
No,
You're going to have
no.
like a not even eighth, like maybe a 60th sticking out from
Yeah,
the wall. That's not going to. No one's going to even notice that. So, and I mean you can see how that.
yeah. That's cool.
So, so I'm going to cut one just to make sure. We're going to go find a line. I got the lines down here, but again, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. And as long as that one's okay, I can cut the other ones out.
Yeah.
And usually, let's go through the other end. If I don't go out too much with this, like it gives me more room, you know. But then if I don't spray that fast, the glue will get to that
Yeah,
tool,
yeah, exactly.
and then I have to
Pry it off.
pry it off on the tool. Oh, see, now I went over. Now it's stuck to it. Oh, okay, good.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
It's still soft. You can see it. But yeah, sometimes I'll go on it and then.
It sticks.
So this one's the same except we go in opposite direction. And it is slightly longer than it needs to be. So I'm going to cut off a tiny bit. And that tiny bit was probably that I didn't put it there because we're talking.
Yeah, like millimeters.
Yeah. So.
That millimeters was especially for Lewis. So.
Well, usually when you're dealing with.
Well, that's I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yep, everything's
Everything's done
always
in millimeters and stuff.
millimeter. Even my laser, it's all in millimeters. I
Yeah.
changed it to inches, but when you go into smaller stuff, smaller than an eighth or 16th, it's easier with the metric stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 1/8 is like 3.1 millimeter or something like that.
Yeah. So I have a little chart that I look at. So my cheat sheet.
All right. So 4.5
that's
was good.
that looks cool.
So we'll just do more here.
So when you complete a sign, do you put any type of protection on there, like a poly or anything?
Yeah, I will do a matte clear coat on these.
Okay, clear coat. Yeah.
Yeah. So that will finish 2 of those.
And what got you the idea to make these?
To make these
plaques?
plaques?
To make these plaques from Country Bear. What?
Somebody asked me to make them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, all right. And then, I was like, I can probably sell these.
Yeah. Yep. That's a cool
Which
idea.
is how some of my stuff started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody, that one flew.
Yeah.
How many did I have?
Zena's gonna get that one.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay.
What was the other one? Not pirates or fuck, I can't remember.
Another sign.
It was
It's like
another sign.
it's like my neighbor came.
Oh,
And,
the Annabelle.
Annabelle. Oh, right, right,
The
right.
door sign.
Yep.
The which
The one that everybody wants from you now.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Warrens sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
And apparently I do a good job on that because one of the special effects guys that
Liked it.
he worked on the movie. And he's like, I was gonna make my own. He's like, I just bought yours because it was pretty accurate. And I mean, all I did was again take a graphic and trace it. So
Yeah.
I actually have another guy. He's also into paranormal stuff, and he's I don't want to say the name or anything, but he's a security guard at a certain studio,
Okay.
backlot studio, and he bought my sign too.
Nice.
All right, so almost done here. We just gotta put on all these things.
I think this is the tedious work. This
It is. I mean, you saw how
Yeah.
fast the other stuff went. So this,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like on your Jungle Cruise sign. It's the threading.
yeah, the last
That-
part takes
yeah.
just as long as building the whole other thing.
Yeah.
Plus, I gotta sit here and like hold it for a second.
Yeah.
Even though I sprayed it, it's still soft for a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's like
Yeah.
enough to hold it.
To hold it by itself without. Yeah. What a cool invention, super glue.
You did you watch?
How it's made?
No, actually, I was gonna say the light magic show, but the guy, God, I can't think of his name now. He's been on Tested just recently, but he works for ILM, and before they were using like glue that they had to sit there and hold stuff for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
JB Weld.
I don't know, but apparently Eastman Kodak made CA.
Oh, really? Huh.
And right when they were like still, it wasn't even like publicly available yet.
Yeah.
This guy found it and he brought it to ILM, and that's how a lot of their ships were made faster now because they had better glue.
I wonder if they use the glue, the CA glue, to do like filming, like they what do you call that? Splicing film together and stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
They use the glue to do that, where it's clear, right? And so you
Yeah.
can't really see.
I don't know.
It's I think back when you were thinking about doing another channel, this channel, Signs of
Yep.
Amusement, and how you wanted to make signs, show them online like we're doing right now,
Yeah.
and everything, and look what it has become. How we now do the ride-throughs, the the podcasts, and we met some great friends.
I know it's funny. I mean, we were just talking about the subscriber count, how
Yeah.
we don't have any subscribers, but yet we have like three teams, us,
Yeah. Yeah.
the UK people, and then our Florida people.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
It is.
I never
Yeah. And
thought that.
we're all like family too.
Yeah.
It's just so neat. Yeah.
I was telling
Well, we do have subscribers. It's just
Well, we do, but
we don't have enough
not as not
subscribers.
not. We should not have the team we have with the amount of subscribers. Like that
Yeah.
usually comes later,
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just
We're doing
happened
it
that,
backwards.
yeah. Um, I forgot who I was telling. Someone I haven't talked to in a while. Oh, my friend Julia. I was like, oh, we have like, I got the UK people, and she's like, what? It's like, oh yeah, and then the Florida, and she's like, you have a whole team? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of fun with everybody. Yeah. Yeah, we missed you yesterday with on
Yeah, I
Zach's.
wanted to.
Yeah.
Even by the time I mean, obviously the concilium ran over.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even by the time I left here, we went to the store. We weren't even out of the store until 20 after.
Yeah.
There was no way that
Oh no.
But I was gonna go to my brother's and do it, but then I hopped in the pool.
Yeah, I know.
And pool takes precedence.
Yeah. Well, we had fun. We had fun with JB. So.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I wanted to do. Well, I mean, also not just JB, but as much as and this is what I was explaining to my mom. As much as like Zach and Shaz help on my channel, it's only right that I try to help on theirs.
Right.
Which we do. We try to help on each other's stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't been on Zach's in a while.
Yeah.
In fact, I've never been on Sharon's.
Oh yeah, they were supposed to do.
They were supposed to interview me, but like I haven't been on any of their other videos, and well, they don't really do what we do. So
yeah.
But still, I haven't been on their channel, and I kind of feel bad,
Right. Nah, I think it'll be okay.
But we have fun. So
yeah, we have a lot of fun. We got a great group. Yeah, it's fun to think back. What was it, 2 years or whatever it was? Almost 3 years now when we started.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be
it's
2.5, I guess.
2.5, yeah.
So it'll be 3 in February.
Yeah, and then how we progressed, and now we're doing a trivia game and stuff. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and we're just gonna get more. So I want to do the other game.
Yeah.
And then I want to do merch.
Yeah, I'm excited about merch though. I'm excited about the merch stuff. Because I love like what you do, making things. I love making things. It'd be so fun to make stuff and sell our own design and everything. So
yeah. I was talking about possibly getting that UV printer.
Yeah.
But then I saw that these places that we're using anyway can make those glasses that I wanted to make.
Yeah.
So why we have
them. Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you just give them the thing and
and they cost more, but
but they handle everything.
Yeah, I think it was like their costs it's like $14 or something for the printing and the glass. Whereas if I bought the glass and printed it might be 12. I mean, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, you only save a few bucks, right? Yeah. No, I know. I totally understand. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw with X Tool, they make a silk screening thing now.
But they're just making
it's the
screen.
Yes, it's the cutout of the screen
thing to print and put it down on, and then
because I saw that and I'm like, oh, and then I when you read into it, there's a lot more that you need than just that.
Yeah, I guess it's just it's a helper for that screening part.
Yeah.
Technically, I can do that with the vinyl cutter and make a template, and then put the solution on top of that, like, and it'll fill in the same kind of thing, because it's the vinyl is using the same thing, you know.
Oh, right,
It's printing it and cutting it, or burning it into the screen rather than
Yeah.
whatever. It's just, in fact, it's the same graphic anyway, right? It's all SVG. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I looked into that one time too when I was. Oh shit, I messed that up.
Did it come apart?
I lifted it up too soon. Let's. Put more.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, too much. The tool's gonna stick to it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked into doing it, and I was like, if I was actually gonna make a business making T-shirts,
Right. That's
like
totally
that,
different. Yeah.
I'm totally fine doing the one-offs and doing direct printing. If this panned out to be something, and we were making T-shirts on a regular basis,
Yeah, it's different.
then I would hire like a team to do that, like, and then make a. I'd have to get a shop anyway. You know, you can't do everything
in-house.
Yeah.
Or in your garage.
So, all right.
There we go. Melvin's done.
The other thing, sometimes I'll burn the logo.
Oh, right.
I also have just like the stickers that I put on sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you have that. Didn't you used to have what is that called? Like a branding iron.
Branding
right?
iron, and I do. But it's like to heat that up and do that, and I can just put
It's
it
fast.
in the laser.
It's faster on the laser.
I bought that for the bigger stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Like on Bob's sign or something. I should have used that on there, but I don't think I put anything. I put a sticker on it.
Yeah, Bob Gurr's sign. Yeah, thank you for the
I haven't
poster and everything. So
yeah, I haven't.
It took me a long time to get that tape off that tube.
And that's why I put the paper on the other sides, because I didn't want it to stick to the poster.
Yeah.
I was going to say I haven't heard from Ernie yet, so I wonder if he made that video.
Yeah, we still have to incorporate that video from us over at the studio.
Yeah, and we need to do the other one, which is going to be kind of like this.
Yeah, with
Sadie.
Yeah,
she's been busy.
Yeah.
So in fact, I'm going to ask her about Tuesday, and if she can't do it or whatever, then it'll just be us, I guess.
Okay.
And I would say we could do that live, but it's going to be long, so I think it'd be better if we edit it.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'll be like scrubbing. Like, let's pass this, and then someone might have a question, and I don't know.
Well, maybe we could do like a partial live if you want.
Maybe. I was thinking. Did I not get that off? Oops. I think I left the.
Oh, the tape?
Forgot a section.
It's funny because it's like when I'm taping up stuff too, that the tape is like almost the same color as the.
You see?
Yeah. It's all blurry, but I know what that is.
Yeah. Shredded glue. Yeah, I mean, we could possibly do one.
Yeah, I thought
we could probably do that one live, and like I said, I'll have to scrub through things.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a long video of me like this, but just designing.
Yeah.
The graphic. At least I guess we could both talk because I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
But the other one, I want to incorporate the videos of the actual build.
Right.
I guess we could probably do them both live. I don't know. Yeah. But it'll have to be two
separate ones.
Because the other one I think will be too long as it is.
Speaking of time, how long did it take you on the Glowforge to cut these panels, these signs out?
So tonight, I don't know if it's because the exhaust goes out the window that it brings the heat in.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah.
sometimes the laser has to stop and cool down a bit.
Oh, wow.
Um, and I don't know if I count that time, but you do.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes longer than others because of that.
Yeah.
But
But like on average,
since really this is all cutting out except for this part, the
right.
engraving out
That's
takes longer.
engraving. Yeah. Yeah.
The cutting out, I mean, total is probably half an hour.
Okay.
But with the engraving, it's probably an extra like 15 on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
these ones are not too bad.
that's for one sign, correct?
No, I'd be for all of these.
For all of it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because like I said, I usually cut them out at the same time. I'm obviously
Yeah.
there's three
Well, yeah,
different
there's three
pieces of wood.
pieces and you use a nice good sized piece of wood when you're doing it, right?
Yeah, and these probably take up 2/3 of them. Why are you not sticking? I pulled it up with the tool. I'll show you. There's more glue on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
tonight it actually took a lot longer because of the
shutting
cool down
off,
process takes like 5 minutes,
and
and it happened probably 4 times. So
wow.
yeah,
And yeah.
there it is.
Yep.
So I usually just take this or like a pliers, and you can
Cut and snap it off.
it doesn't get all of it usually, but
So, and your Glowforge is in the house, correct? It's in one of your
right here,
in your room, yeah.
right next to me, and the big laser is going to be in front of me.
Nice.
So on that one, I do have the hose long enough to go out the window, and I did have another piece of that plexiglass that we cut on my brother's
Right.
to go out the window. But I also bought a filter.
Air, little air filter.
Yeah, well, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Not one of those $1,000 ones, but
Yeah. It's the one that goes under the desk or something.
yeah.
I
think it was like, I don't know, $50 or something, but it's big. And so I'm going to try that and see how it works. And if the smoke doesn't get, by that,
right,
then I might even see about doing that with the Glowforge.
Yeah. It's funny with mine because I built, or my brother and I built the box for the laser, the enclosure for the laser. Because like I said, I have the extended arms on there, so it's like 3 feet long or whatever. And what I did is I stuck a bathroom fan. I cut a hole in the side.
Yeah.
Stuck a bathroom fan in there, and I channeled it down. And I have a 1-inch PVC pipe that goes out and along my ceiling of the garage and out the attic.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Christina.
Hey, Christina. Good to see you. We are. I'm not. Jason is making a sign.
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately, I'm like
almost done. Yeah. So
we've been at this hour and a half, so not too bad.
He's making the signs from Country Bear or the Jamboree.
Yeah, the wall mounted buffalo.
Yeah. So like in the Winnie the Pooh ride over at Disneyland, near the end of the ride before you exit out, I don't know if you know, but if you turn around in the car, you can actually turn around and look up on the wall behind you, and you'll see the 3 characters mounted. Their heads are mounted on the wall there as a remembrance of what that used to be.
Yeah, and that wall is right about where they were. Yeah.
Don't glue your fingers.
This is your friend right here. And in fact, if you want, you can get it done faster.
Yeah.
I actually do have glue on my finger, so
yeah.
And in fact, this has glue on it that I just got some of it off. So these are the 3 signs.
Dum dum dum. That looks great.
Um, and since Christine is here, I'll go back and show what they were.
Oh yeah. So if anyone that's just joining, whatever, these signs that Jason makes, they are available for purchase on his Etsy site.
Yeah.
So
So these are stuffed plush versions.
yeah, and so does your signs come with those plushies or just?
Like I said, I used to have an option to buy them,
Oh, okay, okay.
but now, in fact, this is probably a good time just to make sure these are still working. But you can buy them on Amazon.
Oh, the plushies, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. See, you see how
Oh,
they're.
okay. Yep, yep.
So, but it didn't make sense for me to buy them
Yeah,
and
because
then ship them to me and then ship them to you and
right.
find a box. And then if these are out of stock, like
Yeah, and then
it's easier. Yeah.
and then
Plus, I had to charge more money because
exactly that's what I was just about to say. Yeah,
like, why am I charging more money just to send you something that you can get? I didn't
yourself.
need the extra money for this. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
was,
Yep.
it didn't make sense. So, I'll check these other links too, but these are the exact same ones, and yeah, so you can see how they were stacked before.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Yep.
it didn't change anything. In fact, all it did was make a gap right here.
Oh, right.
So, I mean, why this actually is more structurally sound now because that's
It's
not there.
flat. Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep.
before this is only hold on right here.
Yeah. And now it's all
So,
one piece
yeah,
rather than four
and
pieces.
that can bend because it was an eighth of a inch
Yeah.
space there. So yeah, but like I said, you can buy. There's Buff, there's Max, and Melvin. Those are the original names, and then if you want, you can do a custom version.
Yep.
And again, I have other signs that I make, and I used to make more, but these are the main ones that we're selling, and these ones are all laser cut, except for this. I brought that
Yeah.
back.
That you use on the bandsaw, right? And
The bandsaw, which I got to get a new blade for,
oh,
so hopefully no one orders right now.
yeah.
And then, actually, I need a sanding thing too because I gave you my sander.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that new one. I just haven't gotten it yet, so
Oh, okay.
I gotta buy both of those before I can make
Yeah.
another. But these are really, although they take a little bit, there's a lot of work in cutting.
Can you click on that to make it bigger? I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see. There we go. Yeah. That's so cool.
And we do a version without the stripe too.
Yeah. And then you use that technique to age it, right? With the Vaseline.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can see this one kind of, but yeah, like how the wood comes through on some of these.
Yeah.
I do a little better now, like, and you can see where it's off the red stripe, and I'll kind of match them up.
Right.
Like if it's cut off here, it should be cut off on that, and then I'll do some here too. Yeah, and then I burn this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Just to kind of give it a more aged look.
Yeah.
This setup is actually from one of the people who bought it.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's the same guy who has the whole Haunted Mansion thing in his house.
Oh, cool.
He had he bought the exit sign and something else. I made him something custom, what it is, but he had this made from somebody, and so he had a sign underneath it.
That's cool.
And then I saw this, and I was like, "Oh, that's like set up perfectly."
Yeah.
Can I use your photo? He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Well, and then Pirate Christie also.
Yeah.
She bought one from you too, right?
Oh, she won one.
Oh, she won one.
Yeah, off of Joey's channel.
Nice.
I'll go back. Yeah. So these two and The Small World are the most popular, and this one, of course.
Yeah.
And then this one's gaining, so I have one of these to make right now. I cut out everything. I just got to paint it.
Yeah.
and we'll glue it together and paint it. And
Cool.
I don't even know if the sign is there anymore, but I think
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. I didn't like pay attention, so
yeah. And I get
I was just worried to hit that stupid post from the from this shed.
yeah.
The pole
These are
barn
kind of cool
outside.
too. These are the ones that
Oh, right. With what's her
Alice.
name? Yeah,
What's the
I for,
company? I think she changed the name actually. She started doing other things with her.
yeah. We had her on the
Yeah,
podcast.
Alice.
Alice in yeah, or Alice, right?
Yeah. But we have this aged paper that I found on eBay, and then we use the laser to engrave this, and then I burn the edges to make it look like an old map.
Yeah,
I could
that's so
probably
neat.
age it with the watered down stuff again, make
Oh,
it kind of
right,
black, but
right.
I didn't want to put water on this. Like that's up to somebody else, I think.
Yeah,
But we have Neverland, which this is, and then we have Winnie the Pooh, 100 Acre Woods,
cool.
and we are going to make more. But honestly, these haven't been as popular as I thought they would.
Yeah, that's weird.
But we had a plan to make a Jungle Cruise one, so and I think that one probably would be the most popular.
Yeah.
So I still got to talk to her about it. In fact, I still need to send her. I haven't even sent her one of these. So how long has it been? Probably a year now.
Yeah.
Um, I have a whole frame for her. I'm going to give her one. So yeah, I just got to get around to actually doing something.
Jerk.
No, I mean,
I'm just kidding.
here we go again with this.
Oh yeah, there
Camera
we
popping
go.
up.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll leave it. But
Yeah, that's fine.
put these here.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in buying it, the Etsy shop code here is on the top left corner. And
Right,
yeah,
right. Blocking the Iron Man.
yeah. Oh well. Yeah. So I mean, that took an hour and a half, but probably would have went faster if.
Well, yeah, because we were talking and
Yeah.
explaining stuff and everything. So that's a lot of fun. I really like these builds.
Yeah. So again, I think I'm trying to do more stuff that that we can do, and one of them.
Yeah, I want to do that. Let's do that next.
I'll set that there. So again, trying to do.
Can you explain real quick what that is to people that don't know what that is?
Yeah. So this is the SEA, Society of Explorers and Adventurers. I don't know if you can read it, but it's there. So this is their seal. This is I don't know what you want to call it. The way that Disney has connected the rides with the backstories of how some of them are part of this society. Like Albert Falls for the Jungle Cruise is part of it, and Harrison Hightower, which is actually
Tony
Joe
Baxter.
Rohde.
Oh, Joe Rohde. Right. Yeah.
Joe Rohde's character for the Tower of Terror. Maestro, as you were saying, Danny Elfman on Mystic Manor. Like, there's a bunch of characters, and they are all tied into this society.
Yeah.
And this kind of is their backstories on them finding weird objects and other things. And in fact, that's like the whole Mystic Manor thing too. And that guy's part of it as well. Henry Mystic, I think is what.
Yeah, something like that.
So there's like weird objects and things, and this all dates back to the Pleasure Island over at Magic Kingdom. Well, the downtown before their downtown Disney was called Pleasure Island, then downtown Disney, and now it's Fantasy Springs.
Yeah.
So there used to be a club there called the Adventurers Club, and that's where this all kind of stemmed from.
Yeah.
So now it's like all over. In fact, if you go to the new updated, they call it the Adventureland Treehouse now. Used to be the Swiss Family, and then the Tarzan. There's all kinds of sea kind of things in there because I think it's the daughter is all like into this and she has books and stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
So anyway, this is their logo. I cut it out and it's 2 layers. You can see the S
Yeah.
mix up.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I actually promised Joey one of these, so I have 2 of these.
Oh, okay.
So here's what I'm going to do.
Hey, Leo.
Hey, Leo.
Thanks for
Again,
coming
you're
in.
joining us.
Yeah.
At the end.
That's all right.
But that's
Thanks,
Anyway,
thanks for tuning in.
yeah. Hey, make sure you guys like it too.
Yeah.
So again, going to the beginning, where we're talking about these things, it's hard to paint on live and wait for it to dry. So I'm gonna pre-paint this,
Okay.
just the background.
Yeah, because
Which is
nobody
gonna be
wants
like
to
a
watch
dark
paint
bronze.
dry. So yeah.
And then I'm gonna use rub and buff on all these extra raised areas because this is all engraved.
Yeah.
So we'll have the dark color, and then we'll buff a kind of a goldish bronze or copperish. I can't remember what. I think it's kind of a goldish.
Yeah.
And we'll do that throughout all of that. So it'll just be me coloring this, but because I have 2 of these, as you can see, I have to paint them both. We'll just paint one online, live, but
yeah,
I will give one of these away.
Oh, cool.
So if whoever is watching that one, we'll do a giveaway for one of these.
Okay. That sounds cool. Yeah, that's going to be our next actual sign building.
Yeah, I don't know when, but I would say either next week or the week after.
Okay.
Find out when we're free, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we do have that other video, which we might do live.
Yeah.
Which is also a fun thing, but
keep your notifications on.
Yeah. So Leo, you just came in, but I made the country bear. I keep saying country bear. I mean, it's country bear, but it's the buffalo, moose, and deer or steer, whatever you want to call them. That were the heads are mounted on the wall, and they talked and sung throughout the whole country bear thing. So these were their name plaques. And then, in fact, I'll just show it again really fast. Here. So we have like a stuffed version. Well, I found them. You can buy them, but
separately.
So the links are here.
You can purchase the sign, and the animals are separate.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, so I make the name plaques, and it's kind of a cool setting that you do that. So
yeah.
Especially if you're a fan of country bears, like to have these on the walls.
Exactly.
And they do actually at one point did make the stuffed animal, like Disney made stuffed animal versions of these, but these are not Disney official ones, but they are damn close.
Yeah. So and it was funny because when you first showed this, I thought it was an actual stuffed animal that was punched through a hole.
Yeah.
Only the head was showing. So
yeah. But yeah, they're actually
wall mounted. Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Again, if anybody is interested, follow the Etsy shop link over here. And
you should just, even if you don't buy anything, just look at the cool stuff Jason makes. It's just some of the stuff is so neat. And all of it is really neat. So
and if there's anything that I don't make, and you possibly want something, I mean I've done custom stuff. So
yeah.
In fact, this was a custom job that I now sell.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Anything's possible as long as
I wish I could sell. I can't get shit. There it is, but I can't. My own.
Well, I did that one too.
Yeah,
I did a 4-foot version.
The big one, yeah. The Disneyland sign. That was a lot of fun making that one. This one was fun too. The Pirates one. Pirates one I made.
I was just about to say. So my brother makes the laser version. I was going to make it too, but since he did it, I'm not doing it because he's selling them.
Oh, okay.
But he is now making light box versions of things.
Really?
So he has the National Park sign.
Yeah.
All lit up, and I think he's going to make a Pirates one as well.
Fun. Yeah, this pirate one is. I forget how many layers it's a few layers, but it is a lot of fun to make.
Yeah. So I'll I'll get his link and I'll put it in the description um, for his shop because he does other things that I
Yeah.
don't do. So
Yeah.
and plus he has the fiber laser, so
Right.
he can
That's
actually
like,
engrave
yeah,
on metal.
in metal and change the color of it too. So
Yeah, I still want to get some of those coins made.
yeah.
Well, we're still trying to do the best. We haven't done anything in a while, but we're trying to get the best engraving and outcome.
Oh,
I
right,
want to
right,
make
right.
them look aged.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and there's a black material, or not material, but like chemical that you can use to age them,
Right. Right.
and then you can clean it off with like
It's
a
like an
tumbler or
acid or
whatever.
something.
Yeah,
Something like
it's
that.
weird,
Yeah.
but as soon as I figure that out, then I'll make some custom coins for the science channel. Maybe we'll do those as prizes or something. I'd also like to get some custom pins made
Yeah.
for signs, not those cheap plastic ones I had for Interactor Realm, but actual metal ones. Because that company,
Die-cast metal.
the Wizard, I got their thing somewhere. Oh, it's here. I want to use them because they do all kinds of different types,
Oh, right.
so you can get stuff
Wow.
made. I think this one looks
Yeah.
pretty cherry.
Yeah, it does. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, if we eventually get some,
Yeah.
I don't know how many, but start with 100 and see how they go.
Yeah.
Give them away instead of just the Disney stuff. Maybe we can do something with our haha and
Yeah.
something else. I don't know.
I don't know. Leo likes it. So.
Yeah, so if you guys have any ideas for stuff that we can do, not copyrighted, obviously.
Yeah.
That's why I try to make these things not exact. They're
Right.
pretty close, but I don't, I know Disney knows about me, but it may come a day where they don't want me to, sell things anymore. So
Yeah. But then
at
you
that
just
point, I will be giving stuff away only. So it's not going to stop me from making them. So,
I'm just going to show him the picture of that guy with the 50
yeah,
popcorn
exactly.
buckets
Once you take
around
care
his
of your own
neck.
problems first.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. So anything can happen.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not making tons of money here. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that about does it for
Okay.
us.
Cool. Yeah, and so be on the lookout next week or in a couple weeks or so. We're going to do the next one.
Yeah, we'll do these, and then hopefully actually this Tuesday.
Yeah, this Tuesday.
So 2 days. We might pop up again, explaining how. I guess we'll just say it.
Yeah.
The Bob Gurr. For those who don't know Bob Gurr, he is the Disney legend and retired Imagineer. He's actually 93. He still goes around and tells stories about working with Walt and all that. He's the guy responsible for designing the monorail, People Mover,
Utopia, all the Main Street vehicles.
Yeah, Main Street. Anything with wheels, Bob Gurr had a hand in designing. And most notably, the Dune Buggy and Omni
Mover, yeah, so, from Adventure Through Inner Space.
Yeah. Notably, Sky Buckets.
Yeah, and the Sky Buckets. Yeah, People Mover. Yeah.
Anything he did.
Yeah.
So I have, well, for those who know Justin Scard, he has a friend named, he calls him Creepy Ernie. Ernie runs Haunted OC, which is like a walking tour of different haunted places, but he also happens to be Bob Gurr's manager. And then so I met him through Justin, and we're now friends. So I've met and hung out with Bob many times, and dude's just awesome. Yeah. But Bob now has a podcast on Ernie's channel, which is Fandom Productions. So, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, hope so.
Anyway, I made Bob a sign. It's the logo for his podcast, and it's like
it's big,
3 feet by 3 feet or whatever. And we had to use my friend's laser because she has a bigger laser, and she goes by the Awesome Orange. She is a woodworker, and she has her own YouTube channel, but more popular on Instagram. But she's a local here in Arizona with me. We're in the same woodworking group, and so I use her laser, and I have a video on that. So that'll be like the second part, but the first part is me like designing Bob's sign based on the graphic. And there's a guy, one of Justin's other friends, that actually made the graphic, and I'll figure out his name when we do that. But anyway, I took his graphic and I made it in layers to make it work for the laser, because that's how the sign was made, like in layers like this, you know.
Yeah.
So we built up each section instead of just engraving, like we have each.
Yeah. Yeah.
Laser.
It looks better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Three-dimensional.
Yeah. So and there's like a arrow graphic, and I put the lights in to make it like motion. So if you guys have seen
like,
Bob Greer's podcast,
it's like the Coke corner.
Yeah, it is, because it
Yeah.
the way
It's really
the
cool.
lights are spaced out, they're half steps, and so
Yeah.
each light should have been one, but now it's like half. So he's referencing the half light on Coke corner.
Yeah, Coke corner in Disneyland.
But yeah, so Tuesday, we'll hopefully have Sadie, but I don't know if she will make it or not. If not, it'll just be me and Steve kind of discussing the design process.
Yeah. So if you want to join us on that, it's well Tuesday. What time? Like same time, like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I would say let's do 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's our usual time anyway.
You're right. Right.
So we'll do it then.
5 o'clock Disneyland time.
And then hopefully, I'm waiting for them to post them being Ernie and Bob to post a video of Bob with the sign. So once that happens, then we'll do the second version, and that'll actually show the build. And I don't know if that one will be live. Maybe it will, but I'm not going to be making it live because I already made it. But we can show it live and discuss it.
Yeah.
So, and then we have another fun video, which I'll leave as a surprise.
Yep.
Yeah. So, stay tuned for that. Like I said, we're always trying to figure out more ways to bring you other videos, especially videos that no one else is bringing you, because no one else is making signs and doing this at the same time. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, there's other people that do things like this, but
that's a lot of fun, especially if you're, a Disney fan and stuff, and you want to learn about where everything came from and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Or just how the design process works.
Yeah,
you got to cut things out of some sections and then build it on the other, and then make something and then remove it, and it's like it's kind of weird. You have to duplicate many layers and then erase stuff from one layer, and then because you're building it out in layers. So it's a fun thing. It's very time consuming. So that video will be like, scrubbing here and there for other sections, because if we watched it all, it would probably be like 10 hours.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Just like that flat landscape Disneyland.
I remember that. Yeah,
it was actually 10 hours, and I had to just
we skimmed right through it.
Yeah, had to do that in fast version or sped up or whatever. So if you guys haven't seen that video, check it back down in the playlist, the build. I think it's in the builds. It should be in the builds.
I think so. Yeah.
And I should have that on there, but it's not. But it will be back on the Signs of Amusement shop. That sign.
Okay.
So I actually have one hanging up right there.
Cool.
But all right.
We're
almost at 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah. So
I'm just going to stay here until 2 hours.
Well, thank you guys for joining in on us with us on this. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's always it's always cool. Like you always ask questions that like I haven't thought about, and like I can probably sit here and talk, but
it's because we're both like woodworker guys. Yeah. So I'm always interested in your thinking of how you're making something. So I'm comparing it to how I would make something. So it's neat to get a different idea on how to make something that we can make together or something like that. Right. So,
well, it's also weird too, because like we were just talking about with the bases, like I'll put all my details in this, but on my base, like the base that I want to make for my laser is going to be the cheapest, crappiest thing. Yeah. And I don't care. But like Steve will make like something and make it perfect. And I'm like, you're putting me to shame.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, I
Uh,
guess. I don't
it's
I don't care what my base looks like.
yeah.
I'll paint on top of it and
Yeah.
sand it down, or paint on top of it and sand it down and fluent. And so I'm like,
That's
you're not gonna
funny.
see me put melamine on top of mine.
Yeah, no.
We'll see what I do over here, but
Yeah.
if anything, I'll paint it black. But
Yeah.
that might be about all. But I do need to put like that lower table, the resin table. I need to put it underneath it,
Yeah. You
and
can
then have a spot
slide underneath it. Yeah.
for some wood supplies.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the hardest thing. I think I'm gonna have to make a roof mounted rack for the 8x10 stuff I'm gonna store.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for
the
sure.
smaller stuff, which is like I think it's 3x4, which is what I use for bobsleigh, I can put that under. Well, at least that's what I'm
That'll fit.
so.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. All right, 2 hours it is. So
Yeah.
all right, I guess that's about it. If you guys have any questions, you can ask now, or you can put it down in the chat and I'll answer it there.
Yeah.
Again, if anybody wants something custom, you can reach me on Instagram under Signs of Amusement.
Or go to signsamusement.com and go into
You can do that and do the contact form.
The contact form. Yeah.
Yeah, we should start pushing more people over there because eventually that's what we want.
Yeah. Right.
For those who don't know, the signsamusement.com, which we will be selling merch, is also going to have links to all the content. And so if you search for SCA stuff, it'll bring up any videos or any merch that we have for that. And, vice versa. If you search for merch, it'll bring up the stuff. So that's...
what's Christina's making a squirrel face.
What's the squirrel face?
What's that?
Like a squirrel or... I don't know.
Huh. And Leo says, "Good evening, guys."
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks to both of you and whoever else joined us. Thank you guys for
hopefully
coming in and watching.
Go back and watch everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool if you watch. Yeah, if you are new to like laser work and laser engravers and stuff like that, it's a lot of fun type of woodworking. What's funny is how this we were just talking about how this channel went from wanting to do what we're doing right now, showing you signs of something being built, right, to what we have grown into with our ride through videos, our podcasts and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, if we go back even further, it started I'll show this again, but it started with Interactive Realm, which is my other channel. In fact, this video is going live to Interactive Realm right now too.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was where I did a lot of woodworking projects. In fact, Steve was one of my subscribers.
Yeah, exactly.
So we started talking, and we have Alex, the historian, who was the other Disney vlogger. Alex, I sponsored him. You found me from him, right?
Yeah, well, because he told me about you.
Yeah. So then he subscribed, and then we both, realized that because of Alex, we met up at the parks and we became friends then.
Exactly.
So after a while, I asked him to join this channel. So oh, that's cool.
Oh, neat.
I actually
wait a minute. Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
One of my friends, he's a writer, and he keeps talking about, his name is Sean, for those who don't know him, but he keeps talking about making these books, and I thought it would be funny let me step back. So he's talking about making these books, but then he used to write these epic posts on like Facebook, and like they were talking about stuff that's happened. Like he gets some stuff in the weirdest situations. So I made a book first about that, and it had like all the actual posts from Facebook. I have that book too, but they're kind of like birthday gags that I made for him. And like I made a book with your own content before you did. So then I took that same content, some of the favorite ones, and I had my other friend Megan, who did
the illustrations, watercolor. Yeah.
So we took his stories and we made kind of like Kig's story where I like did little rhyming sections of his stuff. This is one of my favorites because he climbs up to his roof, and then he didn't want to climb down the ladder because he thought it was unsafe, and so he was up there for hours. And he was trying to fix his thing,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and he's like, he wanted to call me to come up because I was probably like the closest, and he didn't because he knew I would come and film him.
yeah.
And he's right. So he was up there for hours before he got the nerve to climb back down.
Wow.
But we made a story about how he fell, but he didn't fall. But
It's funny.
it's just like stories that he made, and I don't know. So
Yeah.
speaking of kids' book, I made a kids' book out of his
Yeah.
stories.
That's too
So I made 2
funny.
books before he did with his own writing.
That's too funny.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff, I'm not just doing this or drawing graphics. Like I like doing stories too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
A lot of fun. Oh, wait. Let's see.
Yeah.
What did you say? Yeah.
A lot of work on Instagram. I'm gonna check out your Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
I know I followed you back, but I haven't checked it out yet, so I will. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm even more happy that you're joining because I like other creative people, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We, like I was saying, we like when I build something, I want to know I want to get Jason's like input or like how he would do things and how I would do things and compare. And so it's a lot of fun. Oh, cool.
Thank you, Lou.
Yeah. Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking of Disney Lou for some reason.
I know. We always get confused.
Sorry, I can't even
Leo.
remember Disney Lou's out of the box too because it should be Lewis, but
yeah, I know.
Anyway, I got a lot on my mind right now.
I
know. But yeah, again, thank you guys for joining. Thanks for checking it out. Again, be sure to like and subscribe.
We hope to see you guys on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So 5 p.m.
Tuesday, and
time.
if not Friday, and if not Saturday.
Yeah. Friday and Saturday the usual. Yeah.
And we're coming up on to trivia.
The trivia that's coming along.
So,
yeah. So there is one game from the 3 that will be based on the Goofy movie. So
and we're decided to do the other one too.
What's that?
The Fantastic Four. Are we going to do that too?
Well, it's Marvel.
Oh, Marvel. Okay.
It'll be Marvel. So
that's
we're gonna
good because then I already have some stuff.
Okay. So
I got to buy some Goofy prizes though.
Okay. Because game 1 will be just regular park stuff. Game 2 will be about the Goofy movie, and game 3 will be all about Marvel. So get ready. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right.
Oh, Leo.
he's taking off. We're taking off too. So
all right.